Mid-Ohio, 20-minute race, and for once I'm actually stuck right at the back of the grid. Might sound a little bit boring, but hold on. Because while my race is pretty straightforward, two other drivers decided it was their time to shine and turn this race into a bit of a sideshow. Who's coming up to turn 1 right now, we'll have the inside line and pretty much send it into the middle, into the back of the whatever Honda Civic that one is. Coming up towards turn 1 is where, well no, actually take that back, coming up towards turn 2 is where things start to develop. I see this Hyundai sending it through motor, mouth, and then you have the Hyundai up in front of that. Things change. And by change, I mean this. Coming round turn whatever, 3, 4, we are side by side with this Mercedes to our left. Now Mercedes is not one to give space, and that by that I mean is I don't exist. Thankfully we came out in one piece. But let's take a look at the two Hyundai, see how they're getting on. Either them two are best friends or do not like each other. I mean, who knows what happened in the previous race, because I wasn't there. But coming up for the final section of this course now, we have two Peugeots up ahead. Don't really see the Peugeot all that often, which is quite nice. Again, we're still ahead of the Mercedes, and we're about to cross the start line to start our second lap. On the other hand, the two guys behind us are quite far back and taking a new approach to racing. I have no idea what is going on between them two. It is a show of its own. And talking about show, breaking into this corner now, I get absolutely slammed thanks to Apex Syndrome. Thankfully though, I was managed to recover the car and come out the other side all in one piece. So yeah, when there's a car there, you're not going to make that same corner ability. It just doesn't work. Cars are not Casper the Ghost. They are solid objects. Breaking it down to third gear here and getting quite tangled up with the Audi, not sure where to go. Audi moves out of the way and I take up the inside move and out the other side we go. Catching up to the blue MG up ahead. 1.2 seconds away. We're already up to position 9, which is really not bad for the start of lap 2. Gained 10 places overall. The other guys, on the other hand, well, places is negligible. Ramming each other is fun. I really love to see what happened in the previous race, but this is in itself is totally different. I've not seen this in a long time. It is on its own bit of fun. Thankfully though, talking about fun, we're making great gains on said MG up in front, thank you to the power and the controllability of this Honda Civic. Not mastering this corner all that well, so corner I still need to develop. We are now pretty much right behind said MG up in front. And talking about things going on behind, things are getting developed, getting a bit more aggressive now, whether it's down to frustration or they just stepped it up a notch, who knows, but it just, there's not one panel on those cars that haven't got a mark on them. Oh, well played, Launcher, well played. You've got to put it down to a sport. Who actually gives up first? Let me know down in the comments below. Who gives up the battling first? I'm battling with the MG, giving him a little bit of a love tap up the rig, on a bit slow through that corner. Should have behaved myself a little bit more. We're breaking down to second gear. I'm trying to figure out where their plan is and trying again not to have any form of contact with them. Thus, we're still stuck behind, annoyingly. Would have been nice to be able to swing around them, but I just couldn't grasp on what their plan was. And I'm going to take the inside line of this corner, braking it down to third gear. Locked up a little bit, but it did the old switcheroo, and then I think they got into power a little bit early and ended up slamming into my door, and then they went off gardening. So, can't really grumble too much of that. Another position gained, and no penalty awarded to me, so that's a winning scenario. Talking about winning scenarios, this one isn't. Just dragging him off the track. Oh dear. The quickest getaway in the world. Go on, Alondra, you can do it. Honestly, taking all bets here, guys. Taking all bets. Coming back to our own race, up to position 8. We are 2 seconds away from Med up ahead, who is in the lovely Audi. Surprisingly enough, we are 15 seconds almost away from position 1, which is kind of quite a large gap. But again, I'm on medium tyres. It is a medium length race. Not too sure what tyre strategy they are. They could be well beyond softs and making it work, and may jump into the pits early and jump onto hard tyres. Who knows? So we're still quite early days into the race. Things may change and shake up. I mean, there's another ghosted car there. Position 16, crikey. And talking about cars, what's going on with these two right now? Well, not a lot. Besides more ramming, and eventually the ghost kicks in. I mean, that did take a long time for that ghost to kick in. I'm not going to lie. But it really was a long time. Coming through this section now, we're actually really caught up to Med up in front, 0.4 seconds away. I think they got a little bit mixed up with the Ghost. I'm not too sure. It was like literally a huge drop off, and I understand the Ghost is quite distracting. I do kind of wish the opacity was a little bit less steady on. I am next to you, man, and you start to learn to plan this stuff out where, you know damn well, regardless of where you are, then another driver is going to hit that apex. So sometimes it's just easier to back out than to go gardening. And you know damn well they're just going to blame you in the situation where you have stuck your grounds. And you know, it's kind of silly, really. Could be fair, give space. We're both going in together. It's kind of obvious for side by side. You can't have the same point of track as I can, especially if you're aiming for that curb. Where am I meant to go? But thankfully, overall, they did back out from the situation, and I'm up to position 7. Really not bad overall. 12 places gained up to now. We're halfway through the race, give or take. Start of lap 7. And what's happening with these two? Well, not a lot. One's gone gravel castle building, one's gone the other direction, and they're still at it. I have no idea what lap they're on now, but they're certainly way behind us. I think they're about 3 or 4 laps down at this point. It's just so funny, because it's brilliant that the ghost system kicked in for the lapped cars, and they could just carry on doing what they really enjoy doing the most. But default can does go into the pits to try and escape this situation, even that all their tyres are wrecked, who knows. Coming through the pits of ourselves for the start of lap 7, we have 2 cars gardening there. That is an Elantra. That is, oh, that one is waiting for the car to come out the pits. Oh, the commitment these guys have. Do you know, if they committed that well into racing, they might be up to a good position. Who knows? But we are in position 5 overall. Other cars have pitted. I decided to stretch these tyres out one more lap. So the second half of my race is, the tyres are in a better condition. I think that is the best thing to do, kind of. Sometimes hard. The thing is, I like to push more towards the end of the race and try and claw a little bit back. So having the better tyre compound towards the end is far more beneficial. Some people like to relax more towards the end of the race, and myself, I start to get more into a rhythm. But we are in a healthy position. I mean, we're 2.5 seconds up from Flair behind, 9 seconds away from Rusty up in front. TCR position 1 is in the pits at the moment, Well, Rusty's in the pit. So all the faster cars have gone into the pits now. I'm going to follow him. Great idea. Tyres just clicked onto minor wear. And that's kind of a funky pit entrance. But whilst we're in the pits, I'd like to take a moment to thank our channel members, which are Andy Good, Sigmatic, Daniel Adams, Crazy 8, AK47, and Spectral Rain. Thank you guys ever so much for supporting the channel. And if you'd like to be part of this leaderboard as well, don't forget to hit that join button down below. I think we are in a safe position. A few cars have passed. They may well be the no stoppers. I generally don't believe you can no stop this race. The tyre wear is pretty brutal, so I gotta be honest, I really don't think it's gonna happen. And what's not happening is these two sorting themselves out, to be quite honest with you. They are still ramming each other, although for some reason they're fully ghosted now. They wasn't before, I have no idea why. Eventually though, this fart can decides to stop. Think about playing that song. What's that coming over the hill? Is it a monster? No, it's a fart can. I have no idea. There's no way they've got to be in a group chat or like a voice chat or something together, because it's just so comical. You don't really. I've not seen this in a long time. The Elantra, sorry, is actually parked up round the corner, waiting for him to come over the hill again. It's just so comical. But in the end, I do believe that the fart can quit the race. And the Elantra eventually was not long after, as I overtake him again. So if you picked the fart can to quit first, then you won. So hit that like button, let me know you've won. And if you picked the Elantra and you didn't win, still hit that like button and let me know you've participated. Coming out the other side of the start of lap 8, we are not doing too bad overall. We are position 7. Car up in front is rocking a 2-second penalty. Flare behind is 2 seconds away. And we have a fresh set of rubber on the car. But hopefully we'll be able to absolutely send it and make some gains. 7 seconds of gains though? Don't know if that's possible. It'd be interesting to know. And let me know what you guys think as well. Do you reckon 7 seconds is doable? Gotta be doable. I mean, they haven't pitted yet actually. That's just come up on my looking list. Yeah, that's definitely, it's got to be doable, hasn't it? There's no way that they can make hard tires stretch to the end. I mean, medium tires only just about stretch halfway, so hard tires maybe a lap or 2 more. Yeah, this track is pretty brutal on tires, so yeah, we're definitely in for a chance. There's no two ways about it. We just need to make sure that we don't let Flare 19 start to reel us in. We've got to keep the pressure up and keep the speed up. And one place I need to excel at a little bit better at is these 2 corners here. Rest of the track I'm getting down pretty well, but those back 2 corners there, yeah, it turns into all thumbs, put it that way. Coming through here, braving as much of the track limits as I can do so, and using that curb as wide as possible. Braking just before the 50 board, down to 2nd gear, turning in. Dab of the throttle, keep the little bit of rotation round and start accelerating out the other side, bringing it out to the outer curve, trying to keep the tyres from spinning as much as possible by reducing the steering angle. 1.8 seconds away from the car behind, 4.8 seconds away from the car in front. That is rocking that 2-second penalty. Thankfully we haven't got a penalty yet in this race. I always say yet, you never know your chances. Stewards may well be watching what we are doing. Braking down to 2nd gear, really tight through the section, bring it over to the left, touch of the brakes here, onto the right curb, accelerate on the other side. Probably could do that section a little bit quicker. Keep it as left as you can here. As soon as you see that curb, glide it over to the right, touch of the brakes, and then bring it back over on the right side here. Be mindful the back end does like to go loose through that section there, so if you brake whilst you're turning, the back end may well let go and overtake you for some unknown reason. Just a little bit lift off oversteer, nothing like a bit of fun. The Peugeot has gone into the pits, so we are now up to position 6, although Rusty 72 is 11.4 seconds away. So unless something interesting develops, I very much doubt we're going to be able to catch them up. And they don't have a penalty either for us to be able to exploit if we do catch them up. Sadly, we'll have to make a move. braking down second gear here. Car behind, Flare 19, is 1.7 seconds away. Made back up to 2 seconds as we exit that corner, and we're setting a better lap time. Overall, we're set at 1:30.890, and I don't think that's too bad overall. But there is improvements to be made. I reckon I could get a very late 1:29 or very early 1:30. I just need a little bit more practice and a little bit more go around this track. It doesn't really come up that often when I join, like, so when I hop onto the game, things like that, I don't really see this track all that often, so I don't really get to have too much practice on it. Another track that was unusual for TCR series that I saw come up was Le Mans, but Le Mans was always at night, and one of them I saw was at night in the rain. I was like, I don't really want to do that. Not at night in the rain. No, that's just asking for trouble, you know. And it had the bus stops in it as well, so yeah, you're definitely asking for bus stop trouble, where you're all bundled up at lap 1, and it's only a 2-lap race and everybody just piles in. So sometimes it's better to avoid than to be part of the chaos. Coming up for the start of lap 11. We are 11.4 seconds away from the car in front, still 2 seconds away roughly from the car behind. Who's this? That is the Elantra. They're still in the race. They haven't quit just yet. But they were just circling around whilst ghosted, so there was nothing else to see about that situation. I'll tell you what though, I've not seen that in a long time. And don't get me wrong, I know some people may find it a little bit frustrating, shall we say. They didn't take anybody else with them, like, you know, it's the way I see it. Let them be. They were by themselves after turn 2, so it didn't really affect anybody. It was funny to watch. Whether them two are friends or not, I don't know. If you guys see the video, let me know down below what was going on. Are you guys friends? Was there beef from the previous race? Who knows? But going a little bit clumsy through the section here. Car behind is starting to catch up. Problem with the car behind catching up, it gives them that extra push to be a little bit quicker, because they notice the time coming down, and that's the last thing you need. You need to either keep it consistent or break away from them so they feel not as excited as, not the right word for it, but it's the word I'm using, excited to be able to reel me in. I mean, they are in a Elantra, I believe, by looks in the mirror, yeah. So to keep away from that car does take some effort, especially how quick it is on the straights. And 1.2 seconds away at the moment. I've got to excel in the corners where they can excel in the straight. And a little bit sloppy. 1/10 down already on this lap. We don't need things like that. Need to be a little bit quicker. I mean, last lap we set at 1:30.743, so it was a little bit quicker. And by the looks of it, it did butcher that corner up ever so slightly, so that has given us a little bit of a breakaway. Coming down this back straight, 1.3 seconds away. We've lost a second actually from Rusty up in front, which not too fussed about. I wasn't going to find 12 seconds on them, especially in 2 laps, unless they managed to really mess something up. 1 second away from the car behind. The worst possible thing that can happen is on the front straights, they get in within slipstream range, because there is a long straight, and that is a firing range then, and we will be in hot water. Coming through here now, we are pretty good. We've made up the 10th we've lost at the beginning of the race. Hopefully through this latter section of the course here we can make up a little bit more. A little bit clumsy through there, kind of lost that 10th again, and nice and tight through the section here. 4-wheel drifting it, so it looked good. But actually, I think I gained time from that as well. 1.6 seconds away now. We did. We actually gained time from the 4-wheel drift. We've now set a 1:30.471. Great news. So, after all this time of 4-wheel sliding on the car to lose your time, that is the one corner I actually gained on. Work that one out. Anyway, braking down to second gear here. Nice and tight through this corner. 1 second away from the car behind. It is our final lap, so I'm more than happy if they manage to catch up to defend. And right now you can see I'm kind of taking the defensive line. I'm not going to break the toe because they're not going to have any toe on me here. So back over to the left, going to brake as late-ish as possible whilst trying to keep the car as stable as possible. So I didn't go maximum brake. I stayed more predictable and there's a word for it. I can't think of it. More consistent, accurate, maybe. Who knows? But that's what is in my head. Coming through here now, second gear, out the other side we go. Fuel is almost out. Race has ended. We are 23 seconds away from position 1, which is not bad overall. 1.1 second away from the car behind. A little bit of a tail of happiness through that section there. Just need to make sure we don't let them breathe through us on this corner. Out the other side we go. 1 second away from that car behind. And across the line, we have got position 6 overall. Absolutely smashing. What is the fastest lap time here? 1:28.752. So I'm 2 seconds off the best. A load of people quit. Oh my gosh. And yeah, so there is time to be found. I could definitely find another second to be a little bit more consistent, but pretty happy with that. Thank you all for watching.